Walton Hall, and I am with the Williamson County Library Foundation Board, and this is an annual event that we do every year. This is my first year on the board and my first year doing the event, so bear with me. But I first want to thank all of our artists for coming out and for submitting artwork. This is a wonderful event that is all Williamson County schools, Franklin special schools, and we have one student from every school that submits artwork in 4th grade that we celebrate. And we couldn't do it without our artists, and we couldn't do it without our teachers. So first, can we do a big round of applause? And then, of course, all art comes from family, and so we love that all of our families come out and support our schools, our artists, and our teachers. Tonight we have a very special guest, Mr. Mike Ingram, who is the president of the Arts Council in Franklin, Tennessee. He has taught pottery for 39 years, is that right?
Right.
Okay, just want to make sure I didn't add or subtract any years I needed to. And so can you help join me in celebrating our artists with Mr. Mike Ingram?
This is really a great event. I want to congratulate all you people for putting this on. I mean, it's a great thing for the kids and for the families and everyone, and for Franklin. I'm a big advocate for Franklin. I'm president of the Arts Council here in Williamson County. And I'd like to invite all of you to the Main Street Festival this weekend. Do most of you attend that? Yes. Anybody? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll have a booth down in front of JJ's Wine Shop. And we'll have 7 or 8 artists down there painting, drawing, doing artwork. So stop by and see us. And, you know, this is the most fun I get to have, helping kids make stuff like this. It really is a good time. So thank you all for coming and supporting the kids in the arts. Okay?
On your hands.
On my hands?
Yes.
Well, it's clay. Yeah. I brought some examples. You know, like this is a coil vase where you just roll up the coils on a flat surface and then build it up a piece at a time. These are all wheel thrown. This is a showpiece that I did. This has won a bunch of awards. Over the years, I've done about every kind of clay there is to do. Raku, just about everything. I used to have a studio in the store down there with the glass blower shop until it caught on fire. And so we don't have a studio there anymore. But our goal with the Arts Council, and I just became president about a month ago, we're going to open up more venues all over Franklin. We have 5 venues that we're going to be opening up in the next six months. And it will be all local art. If any of you want to show your work, all you need to do is take one of my cards. For $35, you can join the Arts Council. We'd love to have you all as members. The venues are going to be in public buildings and also quite a few stores and things like that. The art crawl, the first Friday of every month, we have about 30 people participating in that. During COVID, it got down to where we shut down completely, and then we had 7 or 8, but we're back up to 30 now. So that's a big increase, and the mayors have been very helpful in this. I've talked to both of the mayors. They're very much in favor of all the art in Franklin we can get. Any questions?
We appreciate you.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Like I said, this is the most fun I get to have. And we'll be doing a lot more of it this weekend downtown on Main Street.
Hi, what's your name?
My name's Mariah.
Mariah. What school do you go to?
Lipscomb Elementary.
And who is your art teacher?
Miss Walter.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about your artwork here?
I honestly randomly chose it. It's just that I really like velvet cake. And I like when the blue frosting gets on your mouth and it makes your mouth blue for so long.
That's awesome. Does your picture have a title?
It's the red and blue cake.
The red and blue cake. That sounds self-explanatory. So what was the assignment?
We just had to draw a piece of cake. And that's pretty much it. We had to shade one side and tint the other to make it look real.
Okay. So how did you decide on what colors to use there?
I honestly didn't really decide. I randomly chose them because I usually use black, except we couldn't because we had to shade it and tint it, and you had to use the black, so I just chose red and blue.
All right. How are you feeling when you made that artwork?
Honestly, I wasn't that confident. I normally make things kind of normal like this one, except it got chosen, so.
How do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I hope they don't think too much of it.
Are you proud artist?
Yes.
Are you going to keep making art?
Yes.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing about art?
I like that it's not one of those things where you have to have boundaries and know what you have to do. You can do anything with it.
That's right. What's your favorite part of that artwork?
I like the sky.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing that with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Hi, what's your name?
Emily Townsend,
And what school do you go to?
Chapman's Tree Elementary.
And what is your art teacher's name?
Miss B.
Can you tell me a little bit about your artwork here?
Well, we did this art project in art class because we were gonna honor our veterans for Veterans Day, and I think 4th and 5th grade and 3rd, I think almost all the grades did it, and she made a big poster about it in the gym.
Wow. Okay. So tell me, how does this picture honor veterans?
So the poppy flower is it stands for red for the soldiers who had died in the army, and also for the ones who still are alive today.
Wow. Okay. Does your picture have a title?
I haven't really thought of a title.
If you were going to give it a title, what do you think you'd call it?
The poppy? I don't know.
That's a good title.
Yeah.
What materials did you use to make it?
I just really use Sharpies and that's it.
Okay. And how are you feeling when you made that?
I was just kind of going with the flow and I felt pretty good that the veterans would get to see this.
All right. And how do you hope that other people, and maybe veterans specifically, feel when they look at it?
I hope they feel honored and know that they are loved in our community and that they did a great thing whenever they went and served for our country.
Wow, I could not agree more. What was your favorite part of the picture?
I think I probably like the flower itself, just cause it kind of stands for the veteran and everything. So.
Wow, you did a great job.
Thank you.
And it's very colorful. I loved it. Are you a proud artist?
Yeah.
Think you'll keep making art?
I like art.
All right, I hope you do. How does art make you feel when you make it?
It makes me feel really happy.
Good. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this
Thank
picture,
you.
and thank you for honoring our veterans. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Alice Bourgeois.
And what school do you go to?
I go to
Alice?
Creekside Elementary.
And what's the name of your art teacher?
Mrs. Amber Allen.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about your artwork here?
She said we were painting ships, so I thought I would paint a ship. I wanted it to be so you could see the front and the side view. So then I slanted it in a degree, in an angle.
I see how you did that with the angle. That's very impressive. So is this ship inside a glass bottle? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, it is inside a glass bottle.
I feel like your cork is very realistic.
Thank you.
It looks like an actual cork sitting on there.
The funny thing is Miss Allen actually said that she will put some cardboard there, but I don't see it there, so something happened.
I don't think you need the cardboard. It looks like a great cork.
I think so too.
So what materials did you use to create that?
I actually just, I just drew on paper, and I used laminated paper to make the bottle, and then I went over with Sharpie and then used watercolors.
That's awesome. Does your picture have a title?
No,
What do you think you'd call it if you had to give it a title?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't
Fair
thought
enough.
about it.
All right. What was your favorite thing about making it?
I like to do the sails because you can put yellow on one side and mix it in with the white on the other side with water.
That's a great
That was my
technique.
favorite.
And how were you feeling when you made this?
I felt proud because it turned out way better than I thought it would be like.
That's awesome. How do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I hope they feel inspired and like can make things just like this.
Well, I can tell you're a very proud artist and you're going to keep making art. What's your favorite thing about making art?
I like that you can draw whatever you want and you can express your feelings through it. It helps me calm down.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alice. That's a beautiful picture. Really impressive. Thanks for sharing it with us.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
Emma King,
And Emma, what school do you go to?
Heritage Elementary School.
And what's your art teacher's name?
We call her Miss J usually.
Miss J, I love it. Can you tell me a little bit about this artwork?
Well, we did it in art. She said that we could pick like any fox we wanted to from the paper. I was the only one who did this fox because everyone else did the fox that she did, and I just did this fox.
Nice. Going out on your own. I like it. Tell me a little bit about how you made it. What did you use there to make those pretty colors?
Well, we used water paints to do all the red, but for the background we used normal paint and everything else normal paint.
Was it hard to draw those foxes?
Well, first I did it with, I just looked off the paper, then I drew it. And then I started retracing it with Sharpie, and then she said for us to color it in, so we just all colored it in.
Perfect. What was your favorite part about making it?
I think just coloring all of it in with the paint.
Does your picture have a title?
No, we don't title our paintings. We just look at it and it's just our painting.
If you were going to give it a title, what do you think you might call it?
The Foxes in the Woods.
Perfect. And how are you feeling when you made that?
I was feeling really, really great about myself because I was the only one who did it.
Awesome. And how do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I hope they feel like they could do as much accomplishment as I can do.
Now, what do you think these two foxes are doing in the picture?
Well, I think it's a mother nursing her kid out in the woods looking for food at winter.
Perfect. What's your favorite part about art?
Just looking at the drawings when I've done all of it. Usually I don't color it in, but this time I colored it in at art.
Awesome. Well, do you plan on keep making art?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's a beautiful picture. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Connor Boyce,
Connor, what school do you go to?
Kenrose Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Nix. Well, Mrs. Nix.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about your artwork here?
Well, I was making some pop art about snowman in the winter, and I didn't think mine was really good. But she pulled me over and asked me. She said, "Hey, do you want to be in an art show?" And I said, "Sure."
So what does pop art mean?
Pop art means to me, I think it means that you try to make 4 or more different pieces of art that look the same except different colors.
Awesome. So you drew all 4 of those snowmen independently and made them look that much alike?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. How do you think you accomplished that?
By sticking to it.
All right. Tell me a little bit, what's the differences in these snowmen?
Well, this one has a red scarf. The one over here. This one has a red scarf. This one has a green scarf. This one has so it usually has one of every color. So I used red, I used red, green, blue, and purple. And so some of them some of them took out a color. So this one had red, purple, and green. This one had red, blue, and green. So and I don't know why, but I used like a pink here. Just random.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you decide to use all those colors?
I found these pens at the bottom of the I found some pens at the bottom of the art thing in my art class where like you can grab markers and nobody uses them because nobody knew where they were. So I just grabbed them and just started drawing with them, and they were really good.
Smart. Does your picture have a title?
No,
If you were gonna give it a title, what do you think you'd call it?
snowman.
Why would you call it Snowman?
Oh, actually, I would call it snowman and a robin.
Snowman and a robin. All right, that's what that bird is. That's awesome. What's that bird doing on his nose?
Yeah, it's just sitting there. Maybe trying to pluck at that string.
How are you feeling when you made it?
Kind of confident. I kind of liked how it turned out.
Yeah, it turned out great. How do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I hope they think it's impressive.
What's your favorite part about making it?
I really liked the hat and the snow. I really like the snowman.
All right. And what's your favorite part about making art?
Making art, sketching it out and like drawing it. Yeah.
You gonna keep drawing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's a great job. Thank you for sharing it with us. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Zoe,
Zoe, what school do you go to?
Grassland Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
Miss English.
Can you tell me a little bit about your picture here?
Well, the painting this one, it's another project that we did a while ago. It's a Japanese koi pond. And then the one we're doing right now is a blue dog. I don't really remember the artist. So, and then we were supposed to, draw a blue dog and then put it in sort of make it do something or have a background with it. And then one of my favorite things to do is paint with watercolor. So I use watercolor most of the painting. And whenever I think of artists, I somehow think of Paris. So I just put in the background Paris.
That's awesome. I see Paris in the background. That's pretty cool that you put a picture of a previous assignment in your picture. Was your teacher impressed by that? What was your favorite part about making it?
I personally liked making the background of the window fade, like the fading.
Yeah. So how did you decide what colors to use?
Well, I just like when I just like the color blue, sort of. So I kind of used that for the background, and then the floor I used brown because the floor at our house is brown. It's wood, and then I think it's pretty when like the sun rises or sets.
All right. How are you feeling when you made it?
I thought it was really fun.
How do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I don't really know.
Does your picture have a title?
Artist dog.
Artist dog? How'd you come up with that name?
It's an artist and it's a dog.
The dog is making the art. I love it. What's your favorite thing about creating art?
You don't always, like in writing, you always have like a topic, and then in math, there's always just one way to do it. I think it's more like free.
It is. It is. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's very beautiful. Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Weston Smith.
Weston, what school do you go to?
I go to Oakview Elementary.
And who's your teacher, your art teacher?
Her name is Miss Tracus, Leslie Tracus, I believe.
All right. So Weston, can you tell us a little bit about your artwork here?
Yeah, so this is my perspective art piece. And it basically is what I wanted to make it look like you were going down like a road and it was getting smaller and smaller. And I kind of wanted to like make it look like the sun was setting. And so like, cause that's like my favorite time of day is I tried to kind of capture it right here where like a sunset. And then I added some footprints with like an eraser and kind of like try to add some texture to it. And then I took a Q-tip and dipped some white paint, and that's how I got the snow.
Wow, that's great. So can you tell me, what is a perspective drawing?
So basically it's your own point of view, and it's how you're seeing it. So basically, if you're standing, like let's say you're standing on just this wide old country road, you're looking and the road kind of looks like it's getting thinner and thinner, and it's your own perspective of how you are seeing it. So it's basically your point, if you were standing there, your point of view of how it would look.
Man, so you almost created depth through a optical illusion.
Yeah.
Cool. What was your favorite part about making that?
One of my favorite parts was probably, I liked drawing the trees, my favorite, because I don't know what it was, but I just liked mixing the colors together and seeing what colors it would make. And it was just really, it was really fun to just mess around with the colors.
That's awesome. So how were you feeling when you made it?
I was really proud of myself. I was, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know if this will look good. And I just kept going. And I was really proud with my piece. And it took a while, but I was just thankful that it looked good.
It does look very good. How do you hope that other people feel when they look at it?
I hope it inspires others to, like, I hope it inspires other people to, like, want to draw, because I wasn't really, like, thinking I was, like, good at art until I started around second grade, and my art teacher, it had inspired us when we had done, like, I think it was this, like, I can't remember what drawing was, but it just inspired me a lot because it could show, like, I can do this if I just work hard.
That's awesome. Does your picture have a title?
Not yet, but if I would, I'd probably call it the Snowy Sunset.
That's a perfect name for it. And what's your favorite thing about making art?
I feel like it's satisfying to me how, like, I just am, like, coloring and, like, just how it looks, like, in general. Like, I feel like it's just, like, I just love looking at it and knowing I did that. Like, I made that.
Well, I hope you keep making stuff. That's great. Thanks for sharing it with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Pearl.
And Pearl, what school do you go to?
I go to Clovercraft Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
My art teacher is Miss Cameron.
So what is this a picture of that we're looking at here?
This is a abstract picture of a face.
All right. What makes it abstract?
Really, like, people don't really have that much color on their face, and people's eyes are mostly aligned. And
Well, the colors are beautiful. How did you pick those colors?
so they are analogous colors, so they're next to each other on the color wheel, and there's a lot of patterns, and those are also analogous colors.
Yeah, tell me about some of those patterns. Those little circles really caught my eye on the cheek there.
So You kind of just choose a color and just do little patterns on the like different sections of the face.
And what did you use to make that? Was that paint or colored pencils or what is that?
We used oil pastels and some Sharpie to like draw the lines.
How'd you feel about using the pastels?
They were really fun to use because if you colored hard enough, they would like look like it was just like one color, and if you colored lightly, you could see little spots.
Oh, good technique. Does your picture have a title?
Not really.
If you were going to give it a title, what do you think you might call it?
The face.
And how were you feeling when you made it?
I was really happy, and so I chose a lot of bright colors.
And how do you hope that other people will feel when they look at it?
I hope they'll feel like happy because of the bright colors, and yeah.
What's your favorite part about making art?
You get to use a lot of different materials, and you get to try out new styles and that sort.
Do you plan on continuing your artistic career?
I don't really know.
Well, I hope you do. It's a beautiful picture. Thank you for sharing it with us, Pearl. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Mabry Robertson,
And Mabry, what school do you go to?
Mill Creek,
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Napier.
And can you tell me a little bit about this assignment?
We had to find a word on a dictionary page and paint it with watercolors.
So are you telling me the word grape is on that page?
Yes, sir.
All right. How did you decide grapes?
Because there's not really other things. I wanted to go for something that I liked on there and that I was more familiar with, so I wasn't painting out of no experience, and I went with the grapes.
What did you use to make those grapes?
Watercolor, Sharpies, and a little penciling.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about your process there. How did you decide to use those particular things?
Well, the Sharpie was like, we had to do the outline. And then I chose those colors because they're most realistic, and I also used darker and lighter purple for the shading on the outsides.
Awesome. What's your favorite part about the picture?
I think like the grapes on it because they're really cool.
All right. Does your picture have a title?
Just dictionary grapes.
Dictionary Grapes. That's a great title for it. How are you feeling when you made it?
I was feeling good. I was painting with my friends, which makes me even more comfortable about my art. So, yeah.
How do you hope that other people will feel when they look at it?
I think they'll really like it because it's not like crazy, but it's also something that's familiar, and it's, yeah.
What's your favorite part about making art?
You get to be really creative, and it's really up to you how you design it and how you draw it.
Do you plan on continuing to make art?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I hope you do. Thank you for sharing it with us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Adeline,
And Adeline, what school do you go to?
Franklin Elementary,
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Alvarado.
Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork here?
So we did this during Hispanic Heritage Month, and it's kind of like a cat, and I used cool colors for the background and warm colors for the face of the cat, pretty much.
That is extremely bright and colorful. How did you decide on what colors to use?
Well, I knew cats weren't really blue or purple, so I tried to go with more like oranges and pinks. So, and then I did the background the opposite.
That's awesome. And what materials did you use to make that?
So I use paint pens and oil pastels and watercolors.
Got it. And she said that was for Spanish Heritage Month?
Yes.
So how does this tie into Spanish heritage?
So it's actually kind of like a spirit animal for like Mexicans. So, yeah.
All right. Does your picture have a title?
Not really. I didn't think of any.
If you had to give it a title, what do you think you might call it?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Untitled. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You can go with that. What was your favorite thing about making it?
I like the putting all the designs in, like in the ears and the polka dots.
Yes, very creative designs in that face. I really did like the polka dots on the forehead. That's cool. How are you feeling when you made it?
I felt good about it. Like, it's probably more my better artworks than I've done, I guess.
All right. How do you hope that other people feel when they look at it?
Like they feel good. Like it'll make them more happy.
And what's your favorite part about making art?
It just makes me feel better. Like if I'm sad, I can like draw or color and stuff.
What do you think it is about drawing and coloring that cheers you up?
I really have no idea.
All right. Well, do you plan on continuing to make art?
I do.
All right. Well, we hope you do. Thank you for sharing that picture with us. It's very beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Caroline Crawford,
And what school do you go to, Carolyn?
Scales Elementary,
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Double O.
Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork here that we're looking at?
It was National Dot Day, so we all painted something to celebrate the holiday.
That's awesome. And so how did you decide to make this beautiful creation?
I painted a couple dots and then just decorated it with a bunch of designs and lines.
What kind of materials did you use to make it?
I used paint and some oil pastels.
And how did you decide what colors that you wanted to use?
I just wanted to use colors that might look good together.
Those do look great together. Does your picture have a title?
No.
If you were going to give it a title, what do you think you might call it?
I'm not really sure.
What was your favorite thing about making it?
I probably liked doing the designs on top of the dots.
And then it looks like, is there like some splatter paint or something there in that main purple
Yes.
circle?
We used the splattering technique to make a little design on top.
Did it make you nervous to splatter paint on it?
No, not really.
All right. How were you feeling when you made it?
Felt happy making it.
How do you hope that other people will feel when they look at it?
I hope they'll feel cheerful when they look at it.
I think they will. It's hard to look at all those colors and not feel cheerful. What's your favorite part about making art?
I'm not sure. I like all of it.
You think you're going to keep making it?
Yes.
Well, I hope you do. It's a beautiful picture. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ryan Zumwalt.
Ryan, what school do you go to?
I go to Crockett Elementary.
And who is your art teacher?
My art teacher is Janice. Her name is Janice.
All right. So can you tell me a little bit about your artwork?
Yeah, so I did this like Arizona desert cool thing because the reason why I did it is because I want to go there someday. I've never been there before, and I just got inspired and drew that.
It is a totally different landscape than we're used to around here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So did you look at something to make that, or you just know what Arizona looks like? How did you?
Well, I saw some pictures, and I just know that the mountains like that, the Rocky Mountains, they just look like that. So I just got inspired, and I drew that.
Awesome. Does your picture have a title?
Yes, it is called The Desert.
A perfect title.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you made it? What did you use there?
I used some pastel colors, some markers, and yeah, that's what I did.
What was your favorite part about making it?
Oh, definitely the desert mountains, or yeah, the desert mountains.
I thought the sun was really cool. That really caught my eye.
Yeah.
I like how the rays are kind of thick and stretching across it.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen a cactus in real life?
Yeah, I have seen a cactus before.
You didn't touch it, did you?
No, I didn't touch it.
What's your favorite part about making art?
Oh, just the shadows, because it makes it more like realistic kind of.
I agree. Gives it some depth.
Yeah.
How were you feeling when you made that picture?
I was feeling like great. I was feeling really good. I was just thinking about the desert while drawing it, like having that picture in my mind, so I can draw that in the picture.
And how do you hope that other people will feel when they're looking at it?
I hope they feel like they're in the desert and they're just when they're looking at it, I hope they think that the sun is like really hot and stuff because it has all those big rays and stuff.
It's definitely giving off some heat. What's your favorite part about making art?
Favorite part about making art is probably like the details, like so like in the picture for those Rocky Mountains, I added some like lines there to make it look more like good and like more like rocky.
Well, Ryan, do you think you'll keep on making art?
Yeah, I think I'll keep on making art always.
I hope you do. That's a beautiful picture. Thanks for sharing it with us.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Mirkala.
And what school do you go to?
Liberty Elementary School.
And who is your art teacher?
Miss Gallagher.
Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork?
I do that art because I love art, and I do about pumpkins because when I do that art, it was fall.
Okay. And then, so it looks like you got some pumpkins and a gourd in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Were you looking at a picture when you drew it, or did you just draw it out of your mind?
I look at the picture.
Okay. And what did you use to make that?
I use pencils and paintbrushes.
That's very good. What was your favorite part about making it?
When I painted.
Yeah, was that fun?
Yes.
All right. Does your picture have a title?
Yeah.
What's it called?
The name is Pumpkin of the Fall.
Perfect. Do you like the fall?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little better than the summer. It's a little hot in the summer. How were you feeling when you made it?
I feel like happy because I love to do arts because I want to be an artist.
Very good. And how do you hope that other people will feel when they look at your picture?
Some people said I am very good at drawing.
I think that's true. What's your favorite part about making art?
When I draw it.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that picture. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Talia,
And Talia, what school do you go to?
Trinity Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Hendren.
All right. Well, this is a very unique piece of art. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's a wanted poster, but instead of wanted for bad reasons, it's wanted for good reasons.
Oh, what are those reasons down there?
Being a decent singer, being good at playing games, being funny, and being kind.
Wow, that's awesome. And can you tell me a little bit about, so is that you in the picture?
It's like a self-portrait, kind of.
Are you wearing an eye patch?
Yes.
Describe to me what's going on there.
It's based off one of these characters I have in a game, and they only have one eye and no mouth. So I made it so they only have one eye and no mouth with the mask and the eye patch.
Got it. How did you make that?
So you would take some foam and then you would you would take a paper and then you would draw your drawing on it, and then you would trace over that with red colored pencil while the paper was on top of a foam. And then later you would take like a piece of paper so ink wouldn't get on your table, and then you would take a roller with this ink on it and you would roll it over the foam. And since there was dents in the foam, the ink wouldn't get in the dents, so it would show an outline. And then you would flip it over and print it in like the middle, like kind of the top middle of your paper. And then you could draw around it with pencil and then go over it with Sharpie.
Wow, that sounds like a very involved technique.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part about making it?
My favorite thing was I did like doing the paint thing, but I also just liked writing the extra stuff.
So what was the assignment a wanted poster, or did you come up with that part yourself?
The assignment was to make a wanted poster.
Okay. That's very nice. How were you feeling when you made it?
I was feeling really proud because I liked it.
How do you hope other people feel when they look at it?
I hope they like it too and maybe think of trying this one day because it is really fun.
Does your picture have a title?
Not really. It's just like a wanted poster.
If you were going to give it a title, what do you think you might call it?
Probably Wanted for Kindness.
Ooh, that's a good title. What's your favorite part about making art?
I like how you can basically do whatever you want with it. Like you can even just make a dot and it could be considered art.
That's true. Do you plan on continuing to make art?
Yes.
Well, we hope you do. It's a great picture. Thank you for sharing it with us. Congratulations.
Thank you for interviewing me.
You're welcome. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Brooke Tressel.
Brooke, what school do you go to?
I go to Perry Creek Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
Miss Hellman.
Can you tell us a little bit about your artwork?
I was inspired to make this art piece because I love to travel and I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. So I decided to make a drawing of the Northern Lights using chalk and black acrylic paint.
That's awesome. So how did you make the stars in the sky?
I also used chalk and just lightly tapped it against the paper.
I really like the contrast with the dark trees up front and then the lights in the background. That's really nice.
Thank you.
How did you decide what colors to use?
Well, I chose my top 3 favorite colors, and for each different set of Northern Lights, I used 2 to 3 colors, and each in the same area in the wheel of colors.
Now, tell me a little bit about your technique there on the lights, because it really does kind of look like they're shimmering. How did you do that?
So I first made a stroke with the with the chalk, and some of them are overlapping each other, and then using my finger to smudge it forward to make it look more flowy.
Great job. Great
Thank
job. So you've seen pictures of the Northern Lights? Were you looking at something when you drew
Yes.
this, or just from your memory?
I was looking at multiple pictures for inspiration.
All right. Does your picture have a title?
I just call it Light Show.
Light Show. That's a great title. What was your favorite part about making it?
I loved picking out the colors and how they just look great together, and all of the contrast between everything.
It really does pop against the black background.
Yes.
So how are you feeling when you made it?
I loved it, and I think it's one of my best art pieces.
How do you hope that other people will feel when they look at it?
Just very inspired to make something themselves, and to just feel the vibe of the colors and just everything.
Awesome. What's your favorite part about making art?
My favorite part of art, I love to sketch, and I love using pencils and colored pencils, and I love the color of art. I love the pop of color.
Do you plan on continuing to make art?
Yes.
Well, we hope you do. Thank you for sharing it with us. That's a beautiful picture. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Sullivan Schoenborn.
And Sullivan, where do you go to school?
I go to school at College Grove Elementary.
And who's your art teacher?
My art teacher is Miss Alvar.
And can you tell us a little bit about your artwork here?
My artwork is a piece of art where I drew an aquarium, and I drew a shark with some fish, and a stingray, and a turtle.
What was your assignment?
My assignment was to draw an aquarium and fill it fully with aquatic creatures.
Now, it looks like you've done a bit of a perspective drawing here where it's getting narrower. How did you do that?
I did it by using a ruler and curving it into a triangle at top and bottom, and then filling in the glass with curved lines.
Got it. And what did you use to make that?
I used a pencil, and then I drew over it with a Sharpie.
All right. So are all those colors color pencil?
Well, some of them are marker. The floor that goes to the exit is marker, but I'm pretty sure the rest, and the turtle, I think, is marker, but the rest is colored pencil.
All right. Have you ever been to an aquarium?
Yeah.
Did it look kind of like this? Is that how you remembered it?
Not really, no.
How did you decide what creatures to put in there?
I just drew the creatures that I liked first, and then I did creatures from I forgot if I did saltwater or fresh, but I did animals from the saltwater or fresh.
What was your favorite animal to draw?
Shark.
Obviously. The shark looks pretty cool over there.
Yeah.
Does your picture have a title?
Yeah, I called it Sully's Aquarium.
Perfect. How were you feeling when you made that picture?
I was feeling nervous, but also very anxious to get it done.
Well,
and excited.
How did you feel about it after you finished it?
Proud of myself.
I think you should be proud of yourself. How do you hope other people will feel when they're looking at it?
I hope they will feel inspired to create an art piece that is similar to mine.
What's your favorite thing about making art?
My favorite thing is the experience of making a piece of art that people can look up to and recreate.
Do you think that you'll keep on making art?
Yes.
Well, I hope you do. Thanks for sharing your aquarium with us. It looks great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elijah, and I drew this picture at my school, Hillsborough Elementary / middle school. And we got inspired from Illustrator. And yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here in this picture.
Well, we like watched a tutorial video about an alien, and then our art teacher just let us free draw whatever we want like around it. So I drew a moon and a bunch of different planets.
That's very cool. So were you looking at anything to create this alien, or did that just come straight out of your brain?
Well, it kind of just, I don't know.
It's very cool. Tell me a little bit about him here. How did you make him?
Well, first I drew an outline with pencil.
Yeah.
And then I went over it with a thin Sharpie. And then I colored it in with colored pencil. And then just drew the moon and all the other planets.
That is a wild looking picture, man. It really pops. I love his eye right there in the middle. So is there a title for this picture?
All it says is book illustrator.
Is that what you want it to be called? Or if you were going to title it, what would you call it?
Jeff.
How were you feeling when you made that?
I just felt goofy.
I think that came across. And how do you hope that other people will feel when they're looking at your artwork?
Goofy.
You're all about spreading joy, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. What was your favorite part of making that picture?
Probably the moon with the footprints.
All right. And what's your favorite part about making art in general?
Just the creativity you can use.
All right. Well, do you plan on continuing your artistic career?
Mm-hmm.
We hope you do. It's a great picture. Thank you for sharing it with us. Mm-hmm. Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Liam Cotton.
And Liam, what school do you go to?
I go to Hunters Bend Elementary School.
And who's your art teacher?
Mrs. Smith.
Liam, can you tell us about your picture here?
So here we have my art, Blue Nights. Now I went with the monochromatic color scheme, and so I did my best to try and make it so that you feel calm when you look at it.
It's working.
Just calming.
I feel calm. Tell me, what does monochromatic mean?
Well, mono means one, and chromatic means color.
Very good. So these are all kind of shades of the same color?
It's all shades of blue.
Perfect.
Blue, 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 blue.
All right. And then what's actually happening in the picture there?
I wasn't looking at it, and I was making lines for the background imagery. And I did add the pond after. And so I added everything, and the further away, the whiter it is.
Awesome. Now those colors look very blended. What materials were you using to make that?
I used watercolor paint and some pencil for the lines.
All right. What was your favorite part about making it?
Probably my favorite part was how at the top there's how at the top of every layer there is a spot that it kind of looks like there's something there, like if there's something super far in the distance, there's like mist or something covering it, and that happens when you blend the colors. So you don't even have to work on the mist, you just have to actually brush it really close.
If you were going for mist, you nailed it. That looks exactly like mist.
I knew that if you just go for the normal thing, it works out perfectly with
So
mist.
I can just look at it, use my imagination, and come up with all kind of things hiding in the mist.
Yeah.
Can you tell us again what what the title was?
Blue Nights.
Blue Nights. How'd you come up with that?
I came up with that because first word, blue. What's the color scheme? Blue. And then it's nighttime. Nights.
I see what you did there. You really led me to water. How did you feel when you were making that?
It's very calming to even make it.
And how do
it was
you
done.
and how do you hope other people will feel while they're looking at it?
Calm.
I think you nailed it. What's your favorite part about making art?
Probably my favorite part about making art is when the art turns out to make you feel a certain way or multiple ways.
So in addition to calm, was there any other ways that made you feel?
No. This one was mostly made for calming.
All right. Thank you for sharing this picture with us. It's excellent. Congratulations.